Yes, everybody. Rush to the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. And this is Match Day Morning, he says. We tries to find the right video. Good morning, everybody. Once again, Rush is running a little bit late as I didn't sleep in, but a little bit longer to get in than usual. Hope you're all safe and well. West Ham play Aston Villa, 2 p.m. kickoff, 2 p.m. UK time. Hopefully, I've got this one right this time because usually I'm a bit early, but there's no bugger anyway. It's Sunday morning. What do you expect? What do you expect? And you know what? I'm a bit nervous today. I woke up a little bit nervous. And that's the first time I think this season where I've woken up a bit nervous. Maybe the results of the weekend have added to my nerves a little bit. I'd be interested to know how you guys feel this morning. I just think I'll tell you why also, because if you think about it, we've got no more, after this afternoon, no more Premier League games until the 2nd of April. So if we don't win, for example, then we're stuck in that bottom three until at least April the 2nd. And we could be even more compelled into that bottom three because obviously there's a game week this week and some teams will be playing. Teams like Palace are playing on weekend, midweek as well. And regardless if we've got games in hands or whatever, we will still be in that bottom. People look at the table. Good morning to Rob, nice and early. Adrian, hope you're well. Peter's here. This is a must-win. Mate, every game's a must-win this year, isn't it? At the moment, but even more so today, particularly as I said with the results happening elsewhere. Being in the bottom, just sort my camera a little bit. Being in the bottom three, albeit a win today takes, as people say, does take up to 14th. So it's a weird one, isn't it? It's a weird one. It's very quiet here today. Very quiet. It was beautiful. So it's still quite sunny. Still beautiful sky. Football is madness, says Robert Singleton. How can Liverpool lose 7-0 to Man U and lose to Bournemouth? Totally true. You just let the old gags coming out in solidarity with Gary Lineker. West Ham won't be appearing on Matchday next season. That's very kind of you. Show some true solidarity there to our brothers, to our walkers. I was listening to I'll sit down for a minute, and I don't. It's a bit wet. Don't get wet ass too much. I was talking to who was I talking to? I was listening to Talk Sports today. It was really interesting. Listening to Leicester and Palace. I mean, Palace are getting dragged in, aren't they? Palace, and I think Palace's next two games are Brentford away and I think Arsenal away. So, yeah, it's what we've got there. Martin says, "Morning, Russ. Having games in hand only makes me nervous." You rather want the points on the board, don't you? In all honesty, rather than the games in hand. Peter, good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Clouds looking a bit ominous around Stratford. Looking a bit ominous. And I haven't got coats. So this day could end up being absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. But we'll see. We shall see. I've put together my starting 11. That'll be going out this afternoon before kick-off, about 11 o'clock. Let me know what you think about that, whether you agree or disagree. You probably disagree because it's my selection. There we go. Peter says, hope they've had another secret meeting. Oh, could you imagine? That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Another secret meeting, and they turn up today. I think the trouble is because of the performance on Thursday as well, sort of lackluster performance against Larnaca. Yes, we won, and I know we won, but it wasn't the performance we wanted. Have they got? It's almost like I thought they were holding back. Do you know what I mean? Almost like holding back something. I said, in the commentary, they haven't got out of third gear, but they didn't need to get out of third gear. I know Mandy says, have you got a fourth gear? We probably do. And hopefully it's games like this you might see it. You know me, for the optimist. But I mean, you look at Leicester, five losses in a row. You know, but apparently Brendan Rodgers is staying at Leicester. It's a similar thing to Moisey. The Leicester bosses think he's the man to keep them up. They won't go down. But the trouble is, you've got to start getting the points in it now. And today is critical. 3 points today is critical, I'd say. I think a draw, getting something helps, but it doesn't. Obviously, we need that win to get us out that bottom three before the international break. And even that might not be enough. We may well, I haven't looked at the fixtures for next week, but that might not be enough in terms of the international break. Because obviously other teams are playing, we're not playing. We've still got that go Man City. That's no points anyway, so there we go. On the good news, under 18s, yes, they did. Apparently they need 4 points to win the title now, which is mental, which we're in, mid-March, and they can win the title in the next 2 weeks. Fair play. Peter, have we got a fourth gear? I thought we only had 3 gears. Very good. Boom, boom. Peter and usual suspect are full of them today. Kieran's here. Good morning. Good evening. Yeah, good evening to you, Kieran. These getting scary, Russ. They are, but it's weird. I'm really nervous today. I don't know whether it's scared nervousness or excited nervousness. I think it's scared nervousness today. I don't usually get nervous, but I'm a little bit nervous today. Not because obviously I think not. How do I phrase this right? We know if we start losing, if Villa go 1 up, that crowd's going to turn, and that's why. Because I don't like it. I don't like that angst, and every right to turn, but I just don't like it. I remember that going back to that Burnley game a few years ago. That was awful. Absolutely. I felt really sad for being a West Ham fan, and yet they wanted to. I totally understand, but it's the way you do it, isn't it? And I think that was not right. But I mean, and if the crowd boo, if I get picked up a match of the day, obviously. Don't know if anyone watched yesterday, but it was just the weirdest. It was very strange. It's like I downloaded the highlights from Sky Sports, and that was it. There's no theme tune. It was really, really strange. But on TalkSport, obviously, the Leicester game came out, and they were saying today that the fans are booing and the fans have turned on Brendan Rodgers, and so the media does pick it up. So if the fans boo at the end of the game, the media will pick it up. I just don't know. Then we got Thursday. Thursday's going to be a strange game already because sort of 2 up, and it's like they haven't got any more football until April the 2nd, and then it's just a deluge of games, absolute deluge of games coming up. It's a weird time at the moment, isn't it? It's a weird time at the moment, very strange. I don't know how I feel. I feel very uneasy at the moment. Because as you said, I know, I think it was, maybe in the chat said it. Was it Rob? Martin. Martin said that having games in hand makes me nervous. It makes me nervous too because you've already sort of put those points on the board, but you haven't because you haven't won them. And those games in hand, we'll have a game in hand, and that'll be against Man City at the Etihad. That's not points. That's just that's a free hit, and that's what makes me nervous. And Pete says, "What will be indeed." And we can pray, and all we can do is pray. And I'm not religious. There we go, Peter. You're totally right. What will happen in it. Robert says, I'd rather get behind the team, hope for a turnaround for the game, sing that. I think the fans will. I think the fans will. And they've done that. They've done it this season. West Ham fans aren't stupid. They know their football. And they've seen the situation. They know what we're in. They know we need to win today. So the fans will be behind the team. They will be behind the team from kickoff. But it's a two-way process, isn't it? The crowd. The crowd can only keep going if the fans then start, if the players respond. If we have a situation like we have done pretty much most of the season. We've come. I mean, the Everton game slightly. We came out the blocks a little bit there, but we know Villa are going to. We know Unai Emery's a very clever man. He'll basically know that the crowd will turn. He's played at West. He's played. He's played at the West Ham sides. He knows the toxicity it can be. So he'll go right. Okay, let's grab the first goal, silence the crowd, turn the crowd on the team, and that's such an obvious tactic that everyone's going to do when they come here. Until we sort of hopefully start breaking away a little bit from the league, from the bottom six, or the bottom three at least. But we need to get out of that first. But I totally agree with what you say, Rob. It is a case of, for me, the fans will always support the team, come thick and thin, but the players need to then give us something more to feed on. It's like we wake up, you're full of energy, but you've got to keep, during the day, you've got to keep eating dinner and food and stuff like that. And that's what we need. We need them having a go and trying, even if it's not working, trying, because that the fans will still will the players on, and they always have done, and they always will do. But it's a two-way process. What we've got here, once match of the day didn't dampen the crowd noise yet. Totally right. Kieran said the results yesterday makes it crucial. Russ, are you in the competition with Anton to see who got the best head of the year? Do you know, I used to have a beard. Not really. I'll trim it up tonight. I used to have a beard down to like there. About there. I'll show you a picture once. I look like I did like Henry VIII. A win is required. A draw is scraping it, and isn't really good enough. As we know, trepidation's the byword. That's a great comment. I'll tell you, totally right. We need the win. A draw is scraping, but it's passable. But we need the win because, as I said, I think for our own sanity, because we'll be looking at because. After today, we've got nothing to do in the Premier League until the beginning of April. So for the best part, what are we on the 12th? So 1, 2, so best part of 3 weeks. If we're in the bottom 3, every time we put on BBC website or whatever, we'll see the table and we'll be in the bottom 3. So, do you know what I mean? That's the trouble. When you're in relegation, but the mental side of the game comes into play. You're totally right. ZZ Top, yeah, it was. It was a proper ZZ Top. It was down to about there. It was down to about there. Anyway, I've got to go, so I need to go for a wee in a minute. I'll go into the crowd. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Anton, sorry. Anton's going to be doing the watch along, I think. Actually, I'll go for a bit of a wander quick. Anton's going to be doing the watch along later on. I don't know what time actually. Tommy's in the chat. I'll stay for a little bit longer. Tommy's here. Morning, Tommy. Morning, Kimbo. 3 league games followed by Bournemouth away. You're totally right. Peter. We've got a lot of games in April. And I mean, I think, did Moisey say something like, we've played 4 in the last 14 games away from home? Or something like that. I'll stay on for a little bit, Peter. I don't wonder. Did Moisey say that? Moisey said something like that. I think he said he'll have 14, yeah. So we've got a hell of a lot of games. I think we're going to get something like 6 games next. If we get through to the quarterfinals of the ECL, which we should do, I think we've got something like 6 games in April. And maybe even 7 with the under-18s, if that hasn't been confirmed yet, in terms of what's happening. But I think it's the 6th of April, I think. I don't know what's happening with tickets or anything. But yeah, there's a lot of games coming up. And you've got to think, I mean, our away record is atrocious and our home record is better. I mean, I know you look at things through certain coloured glasses, but Moisey, for example, when he was talking his press conference, I mean, I know people go, we beat Forest, we beat Everton, but the fact is, we did beat Forest, we did beat Everton, we did draw to Chelsea. So our home record ain't that bad since the turn of the year. So, if we can maintain that and pick points up going around, that's what's going to keep us up, I think. And I think you'll see Palace drifting. I mean, Palace's next 2 games are, I want to say, Brentford away on Wednesday, and then Arsenal away on the weekend. So again, they're going to be, the last thing any team wants is that bottom 12 is to play 2 games. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Mandy, We're in it. What's the history of the bell? Oh, that bell over there. That bell, I believe, is the Olympic bell. I believe so. At least it isn't snowing. Tell you what, Peter. Feels there's a chill in the air. I'll tell you around here. It is a bit nippy, but it's not snowing just yet. Anyway, as I said, you've Irish Tommy, I think, tonight, this afternoon, rather, with Anton. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Dick Turpin. So good he named him twice. Banging trouble. We are banging trouble. It's in our own hands. We're not having to rely on other sides. If we win, and again, I think Martin's in the games in hand make us nervous, but we've got 2 games in hand on Everton. That's if we win both those games, Everton get dragged in. It's in our own hands, and that's the thing at the moment. We're not relying. We're only relying on looking at other sides to do us favours. But yeah, it's not a situation where we're too sort of desperate, where we got to hope that this team lose and we get a draw and yada. We're not there yet. I'm saying won't be. But we're not there yet. Tommy is always fun. He's a proper ray of sunshine. You better believe it. That Irish sun called rain. It fucking rains every time I go to Ireland. Oh, every time. Doesn't matter where I go. I go north, south, Cork, Dublin. When I go up to north and go to Belfast or Ballymena, or it always pisses it down. Peter says Tapao said China was in their hands. Indeed, la. We're in that place. Our sources are in that place. I don't think we are. If you win today, you go to 14th. So if we won that day and we'd be 14th, and then plus and this, no. We win our games and we'll be safe. That's what if you it's not. I don't think we're in that situation just yet. I'm not saying we're not. I'm not just saying that, but I'm sure. You cheer up our match day. Irish Tommy cheers up. Or me. Do I cheer up your match day too up to date? If I am, thank you. Irish Tommy says we have 2 seasons, winter and July. Yeah, you're totally right. And even July pissed it down anyway. All needs for Southampton to win at Man United. Yep. You're totally right. But then again, think about it. If we were playing on Saturday, and say we did win, we did win. We did beat Villa home on Saturday. We'd be 14th. It's only the fact is we haven't played till today because of Europe. That if anything, it's putting extra pressure on us a little bit, isn't it? Because we know what it needs. We know what it needs. It's been a long time since we had a point per game. Today's a day. Oh, indeed. Good point, Trevor. Actually, it's a really good point. No, I just don't know. As I said at the beginning, I'm nervous today. And just because, as I said, I'm nervous for our sanity for the next few weeks, and because if we don't win today, we don't get out of the bottom 3, and we'll be stuck there until April the 2nd, and we'll be probably compelled even further in there come April the 2nd, because some teams around us would have played once, maybe twice before we play again. Palace, for example, played twice. Obviously, it's just not, and we do have that game in hand, so to speak, that Man City game, but it's Man City away. The Etihad means nothing. What's Arthur said? What's that said? Arthur said, he used the W word. Yeah, we did. One last time we was here, though, didn't we? We won last time we was here, and granted it was against Forest, but we won. And the time before that, we drew Chelsea. The time before that, we beat Everton. So, it's just that. 7 points in 9 games. It doesn't matter who you play, as long as you play your position in front of you. There we go. Tommy reckons at Villa come out the trap early. You're totally right, Tom. And any manager worth their salt will know if they come out early today and get a quick goal, crowd's going to turn them, and that's it. Have you got a nice lunch? Nope. We get a little packed lunch sandwich. That's it. Owners and management day seem to be nervous. So good things are a bad thing. I don't know. You know, panic stations. I think there will be after today. I think if we don't get what we think we're going to get, if we don't win today, there's a lot more pressure. That's for sure. But we'll see how that relates to. With the poor away record, it's down to the home record to get points. Yeah, we've got a hell of a lot of home games. In reality, haven't we, Peter? So, yeah. I'd be interested to see what you think of my starting 11 on. That comes out about 11 o'clock. Let us know what you think. Be interested to know what you think about that. I think Ings returns back to the side. Tommy asked what's my prediction. Head and heart prediction. Head prediction. Head prediction goes with a 2-0. Villa don't turn up. Heart prediction. That's my heart prediction. My head prediction goes for a draw. I think we'll get something out of the game. I need it to be 3 points, but got a feeling we'll get a draw, which won't be enough. It's still a point. It's still tipping the board over, but I don't think so. And I'm sure you'll all give your predictions to Tommy later on. The last 5 games look like they focus except the City game. You're totally right. Kevin. We've got a lot of good games coming up. But that's the worst thing with West Ham, isn't it? It's the games in hand. Looking ahead, it's the winnable games. That's the worst thing, as Martin said. Anyway, I'm going to have to go in, so I really need a wee. And so make sure you check out Matchday Live with Anton and Tommy, by the looks of it as well. And yeah, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. Keep the faith, my friends. Cover your irons, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.